Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Quarantine Etiquette with the Royal Butler and the Royal Dachshunds, episode 41. Now, a few days ago we spoke about the stationary desk. I demonstrated with Shumba how we put this together, and some of the requests on the back of that are now asking, could I show the correct way to organise a desk? So what better than to show you my desk that I use every day, how I organise it, and of course Shumba will then probably explain how he likes to kind of use it from time to time, apparently. Okay, so I'm now at my desk. This is not unusual to have the Dachshunds around me. They seem to enjoy working with me at the same time, but we do try to have some moments when we can work individually, don't we, Shumba? Right, what I'm now going to do is talk you through the desk, exactly what I use, what I need, and what I would recommend perhaps you use for your desk. Okay, so over here, in these two compartments, I keep a punch, which is always handy to have. And then over here, we've got a stapler, a sellotape, and some notelets. It's always handy having a few different notelets just so they're ready to be used if you need them. And then in these drawers I just keep personal items, but in the top one I keep a pair of scissors. So therefore I've got all the kind of things that I might need right at my hand. And in this interesting envelope, I have a few notelets and a few envelopes that are ready to go, and it saves me having to run to the stationery drawer if I've got a supply just here. And of course, I've got a little paperweight, so if I put any papers on the desk and say there's a gust of wind, they're not obviously going to take off. And then over here, I've got a few books. We've got Shumba's glasses that he likes to keep on his desk. I've even got a little stamp so I can always seal my envelopes. I use wax sometimes for some of my more posher letters. Under here we've got the laptop. I've also got my weekly planner, I've got a notebook, and I've got a yearly diary. So it just means then everything again for organising the life of the Royal Butler and the Royal Dachshunds is just there. And over this side, if I move these out of the way for a second, we've got a few letters that I've obviously received, have to respond to. You can also have one area for the letters that have come in and another one for the letters going out, but I tend to do them as I get them in, so I don't kind of waste any time with them. A few sweeties that I like to kind of have at hand as well, just in case I suddenly get a little bit hungry. And a notepad again here. It's just one that you can just obviously write a quick note, tear it off and put it wherever it has to go. And then here we've got a little holder for all my pens and pencils. It's a good idea to have a selection, just so again, if you suddenly need a blue ink, a black ink, a pencil, you've got them all at hand. And then here we've got my blotter, which is very handy when you're using ink, because obviously it helps blot up the ink from the paper. Up here we've got a little daily diary, a little calendar, which I inherited, and I love it, and I use it every single day. So that sits there. We've also got a candle. You never know, there might be a power cut, and I always want to keep working into the night, so I've got a candle there. And I also keep some matches in one of these drawers underneath. And this little box, this is probably quite a handy little idea. In here I have my USB sticks, so rather than have them kind of lying around, I keep them all in a box, which is quite handy to get. And of course here we've got some lovely fresh flowers that Suro gets for me every day. I just love having them on the desk. And Suro, you bring the flowers in from the garden, don't you? So we've got fresh flowers on the desk every day, don't you, Suro? And of course, if you're wondering what's in the other drawers, it's just paperwork. It's either small items or things that I use on a day-to-day basis or on a weekly or monthly basis. So it's all things that I might need. And that really is all that you need for your desk. The only other thing I'm going to show you is if, Shumba, do you mind if I close the desk? Is that okay? I know you want to work, but if we close the desk, in the drawers here, I've obviously got files, paperwork. This is basically my filing cabinet. So rather than use one of those metal things, this is what I like to use because, once again, it's all in easy reach. And then for those of you looking at this very smart desk and thinking, how could I get one? They're not that expensive, they are within budget, especially when you look at online auction sites. I highly recommend those. I think Shuma would agree with this. Well, I don't know where to put it. Shouldn't we probably filled it in one of the compartments? Yes, I'll do your letter in a second, Dora. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you organise your desk. And as you've seen, this is beautifully organised with, of course, the assistance of the Dachshunds, who, as you can now tell, like to use it on a day-to-day basis. All of them, in fact. Fantastic. Nothing like sharing the office.